Hey, how's it going? Coach D here from All Out Athletes. And thanks for joining us here once again. As this podcast, if not for you, we wouldn't be here. This podcast is about helping you get to the next level. We're here for those athletes who want to bust through averageness because Coach Dr. Gilbert and I are on a war. We're in a war against averageness. And we're here to take you from average and bring you up to the next level. So we're going to give you the secrets today of champions and how you can become one instantly today during your training session. So with me once again is a motivational speaker, author, and professor of sports psychology, the great Dr. Gilbert. How's it going, Doc?
Great. Okay, let's talk about WWOPT and WWOPS. So as Coach D said, we're or against average. We want to help you get to the next level. Now, it doesn't matter what the next level is. You might be a beginner, you want to get intermediate, you might be intermediate, you want to get to advanced, you want to become a master. But WWOPT and WWOPS is what keeps people from doing their best. So, Coach D, what do those letters mean?
Those 10 letters, those 10 letters that destroy your preparation and performance when other people are watching. When other people are watching, athletes change. And those 10 words are: what will other people think? What will other people say? What will other people think? What will other people say?
And there is nothing more common than the people we work with is a parent will call me up and say, if my son or my daughter, if they could play in competition as well as they play in practice, they want scholarship. I mean, that happens all the time. And why don't you do as well in practice, or you do better in practice than competition? WWOPT and WWOPS. What will other people think? What will other people say? There are people watching me, so I get nervous. There are coaches evaluating me. There's a D1 coach there watching you, and all of a sudden, you start thinking too much. You start thinking about things you don't normally think about. So what will other people think? What will other people say? And we don't want you to care about WWOPT. We don't want you to care about WWOPS.
Because no matter what you do, they're going to think about you anyway. Whether you do great or you don't do great, they're going to say things anyway. So what do you want them to say? See, I think one of the worst things, I still have a cousin, and at the time she was 15 years old, and her mother said to me, hey, can you help her? She would have got an A in a lot of her classes, but she doesn't participate. And I said, well, why? And her mother said that one word that brings those 10 words to life. What will other people think? What will other people say? The 10 words, a lot of times that bring those 10, and that is, she's shy. And so I said to the mother, you remember when she was 9 and she was in gymnastics, and I would ask her, how's it going? And you would always answer for her. Or when you went out to eat, you would always order for her because she's shy. She's shy. And what we do is we protect those who are shy. We feel bad for those people who are shy. But I think shy is a lie. I think shy is a lie because that's not who you really are. Because when you feel comfortable and you're around your friends or you're in your room, that's when you're dancing, that's when you're singing, when you're home. You feel comfortable when you're home. What if you can feel the exact same way when you're in gymnastics, when you're in the gym, when you're on the field, when you're in the court, when you're in the rink? What if you can feel like you're home everywhere you go? You can, but you have to get rid of those 10 words. Those 10 words, no matter how hard you train so hard, and you take everything that we say and you train so hard. And then you get to the competition and you have all that confidence, and then people start showing up. Then you start giving your confidence away. It's already there. One person shows up, another person, then the other team, then the referees, then the judges, and then you start giving your confidence away to everybody else. You already had it. Parents say, well, my kids aren't confident. No, they have it. It's already there. Once you've trained that skill and you're confident in that skill, don't give it away. It's yours. Don't let someone else own you. You own it. It's all about you. It's about what you've gone through with your training. Don't let the opinions of others take it away.
So here's what we want you to get out of this. Put yourself in situations where WWOPT and WWOPS will show up. So in class, ask questions all the time. Ask questions all the time. You'll get used to asking questions in public. You know, if in class somebody has to give the talk first, give the talk first. Put yourself in situations outside of athletics where you're gonna be front and center. You're gonna be under scrutiny. You know, do things that will allow people to evaluate you, and you'll desensitize yourself. You'll become less sensitive to what other people think, what other people say.
You know, that's great, Doc, because you actually did something in class a few years ago. Doc, so what happens in first grade? The teacher asks the class, all the hands go up, everybody's jumping out of their seats. But when you get to college, nobody wants to answer any questions. Or high school, why? Because they're afraid they're going to get it wrong in front of other people. Well, if you're afraid to get it wrong, how are you ever going to get it right? So Dr. Gilbert said, all right, just throw out any answer you want. I'm going to ask a question and I want you to get it wrong. Because the idea is just get it wrong in front of others. Get used to saying things and doing things in front of others. Get used to that. So when you get out, so don't make the first time be the first time when you actually have to go out in the game and do it. Do it in front of others over and over and over and over and train it. And train in your mind. I don't care what other people think. Practice it. Do things outside your comfort zone in front of other people. At first, it's going to be uncomfortable, but after a while, believe me, you'll stop caring because your training and where you want to go in life is more important than what anyone else thinks and what anyone else says about you. If it is to be, it is up to me. The 10 most powerful 2-letter words. If it is to be, it is up to me. And it's all up to you. Not what they say, not what they think, but what you believe. Doc, thanks for joining us this week, and we'll see everybody next week.
Hey, Coach D here. Thank you for joining us this week. And on next week's Think Like a Champion podcast, Thursday night, 8 p.m., in just about 40 seconds, we're going to give you a sneak peek about the one rule that champions live by that helped them get started when they're procrastinating about anything. And if you want us performance coaches to come and ignite the fire within your organization, we do workshops, seminars, motivational speeches, locker room speeches, live podcasts, ask anything you want. Just email us, alloutathletes@gmail.com. And if you want to hunger like a champion, Monday Morning Igniter. 8 a.m., I give a locker room speech to help you ignite the fire and energy you need to train like a champion. Here comes your sneak peek for next week.
You make a deal with yourself. This has worked for thousands of people. It's so simple. It's a start that stops most people. Most people get stopped by the start because there's so much inertia. There's so much to overcome. And once you get in motion, you'll stay in motion.
They go to the gym to work out an hour and a half. Okay, so they start the gym, hour and a half every day. Doc, what do you think happens after about 3 weeks? They're no longer working out.
And once you get started, that's the key thing. Once you get going, you'll keep going.
Get started today. A year from now, as Doc says, you're going to wish you started today.